Here is a very brief overview of the course website as it exists on week 1 of the course. And I'm going to be going rather quickly, so you'll have to pay attention. And I encourage you, when you're done viewing this video, to just play around with the website itself and get a feel for it yourself. Here I am on the home page. That's where the link where you started the course, and I'm going to encourage you to come back to the home page every week or every 2 weeks, because at the beginning of a new project, this is where I will introduce it and give you some important class announcements and that sort of thing. So this is the home page, and you can always navigate to this page, by the way, by selecting home from the menu at the top of the website. Also, I want to point out that when you click on that menu, it is also a drop-down menu, and I have a course introduction that includes information at the beginning of this class that you have already clicked on, hopefully, because that's where you are right now. But every time I change the home page, I will post, or I'll add the previous home page in the drop-down menu. So throughout the semester, you're going to see this drop-down menu get longer and longer. And that's so that if you need to go back and view anything related to the home page on previous weeks, you'll always be able to access it. The next main menu item is the course syllabus information, and I have the general information included on this page. There's a picture of me that I just took, again, representing Radford. And if you want to know more about me personally and my professional experiences, you can view my Vita. I have office hours anytime you need me to have one. And you can call me, you can email me to set up an appointment, and then you can we can set up a Zoom meeting if you need me to demonstrate something online, or you need to demonstrate something for me and troubleshoot. So I am very happy to meet with you anytime at your convenience. Just a little bit more. There's no course text. I have a course notes packet that you'll be reviewing in the first few weeks of the class, and you'll be referencing it throughout the class. I have my grading scale listed, and it's a little bit different than what you might be used to in your coursework. So take a look at that. I don't include the total number of points yet for the class, because the point totals might change, but the percents for grades won't change. I'll get to the assignments in a minute. That's listed on the course calendar. And there's some other really important information here. The one thing I do want to point out as far as due dates is that you really need to stick to the due dates for when projects are due. It's very common for some students to get behind and to start submitting things late, and that is okay occasionally, but I'll have students who will get so far behind that they will get too far behind. And this course officially ends Monday at midnight on December 9th, and nothing will be accepted after that time. I will be doing the final grading of all projects that are late and are due during the last week of class following December 9th before final grades are posted. Any students with disabilities, I've got information about the Center for Accessibility Services, but also just reach out to me early in the semester if there are other things that you may not be formal in terms of any disabilities you have, but things you want to discuss with me. I am very accommodating, extremely accommodating for individual needs, but you just need to talk to me about it in advance. So that's some of the general syllabus information. I'm going to click on the course calendar page, because this calendar, which will be revised throughout the semester, but this is what it looks like right now, and this is a very important page that you'll be visiting regularly. And so I list all the projects that are due, and sometimes they are weekly projects, and sometimes they are projects that are where you have 2 weeks to complete a set of projects. I have the point values and I have their due dates. And by due dates, I mean they need to be completed by then. One thing you're going to learn in this class is that once you complete a project, it will be part of your online website and you won't need to submit anything to me. It just needs to be accessible when I go to view your online portfolio that you're going to be developing. And you'll learn more about that in week 1 of the class. And so here they are all listed out. And again, this is going to change. I do want to point out that in the middle of the semester, once November 1st hits, everything from the first 8 weeks, even if you get behind, everything in the first 8 weeks are due by November 1st. If you have anything late in the first 8 weeks, I won't be grading any late work for the first 8 weeks after November 1st, unless I've already made arrangements with you because of life situations, travel, that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. I also want to point out that if you are in the graduate section of this class, there are a few things that you will have. They're asterisked right now. That's a hard word to say. But you'll get more information about that when we come to the projects for that week. And I've listed a couple of important dates for the fall semester down here with respect to withdrawing, drop ad, Thanksgiving break, that sort of thing. So that's all the information on the calendar. And again, whenever I update it, I will change the date on it. But for now, this is what it looks like. And that's that. I list the course objectives on a page that I'll be referring back to regularly throughout the semester. If you're a graduate student, I have certain writing expectations that are a little bit different than undergraduate, and you can read about that on this page. And finally, I do have a document with all this information in it. If you're somebody who likes to copy and print things out to keep you on track, go ahead and do that. But I do want to warn you that the calendar that's listed on the syllabus is likely to change throughout the semester. Okay, so every time we have a new course project, it's going to be posted under the projects menu item. Right now, you have 2 things to accomplish in week 1. The first one is the Weebly website shell that you're going to create. And you'll notice that when I hover over a project, some of them have drop-down submenus, and you'll navigate to these submenus when you click on that. So for this week, you are going to be submitting or completing a Weebly, which is a website development tool. You'll be completing a website shell, and then you'll be submitting your web address to me. So I just want to demonstrate this for you now. So here I am on this Google form that's embedded on my Weebly page, and I'm going to type in just my name, Greg Sherman. That's me, your teacher, and you're going to pick which section or which level you're at for the course. I'll just say I'm 445, and then you're going to paste your Weebly website address here. So the address for this class, by the way, is Radford EdTech. Oh my gosh, I kind of forgot. Well, I think that might be it. .weebly.com. Your address is going to be whatever you choose. .weebly.com. By the way, this entire course website is being created in Weebly, so I'm modeling what you're going to be doing there. And I just noticed it's actually a dash, Radford-edtech.weebly.com, and I'm going to submit that. And then that goes into up into the cloud, up into a Google Cloud. I use a lot of Google tools because they're free and very useful for me and other educators. So I'll show you what happened to that website address in just a minute. So all access to all projects will be under these menus here. So for this week, you're going to create a Weebly website shell, and you're going to submit the address to it. It doesn't need to be beautiful or exactly how you want it. You'll be editing it throughout the semester, but you'll have the basic pages, or I should say the basic menu created and your address. So that's the website. And then then I have me and my students. This week, the only thing you're going to be creating for week 1 is your About Me page. And in this, you're going to be creating a file using an amazing creative tool called Canva to tell me a little bit more about yourself. And so I include an example that I created in Canva pretty easily, and then I embedded that on my page, and I have information about how to embed it here if you're not sure. And so again, you're just going to follow that. I tell you how it's going to be evaluated. So that's apart from the website, this is the other thing you're going to be completing this week. I included something you're going to be completing during weeks 2 and 3 about your students here, but you don't have to, you can review these in advance, but they're not due until week 3. So you only need to be concerned about your very creative About Me page. Okay, now I'm going to click on a very important link for me and maybe for you as well, and it's the student menu item. And you'll notice there's no drop down here. Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to go back to this menu item. This is the library option. So I got some important things here. I'm going to click on the first one on notes, and you'll notice that the entire notes for the course are in one file. You can download that. And we're going to be referencing this throughout the semester, and you're going to be actually taking a very brief quiz over some of the elements of this by week 3. And then I've got other resources that I'll be mentioning and referencing as the semester transpires. This is just an important place. When I talk about course notes or whatever, and I mentioned going to the library, well, that's this here. And then again, I have other resources, other pages that are really have really important information for you there. Now I'll get to the student menu option, and again, it's not a drop down. You'll notice when I click on that, here's the information that I submitted in the form that I did earlier, and this includes a link here to the website that I uploaded, and this will be a link to your Weebly website. So every time you you add anything to your website shell, you will not need to do anything in terms of submitting it to me. You'll just have to submit it. It will just automatically be changed in the course on your website, and I'll be able to access it anytime. It's such a simple and easy way for me to constantly access your work for the class. Also, you can go here if you're behind, or it's near the end of the week and there's some things you're not sure about. You can always go to this student website and you can click on a fellow student's link and just see how they did something, and maybe get some further direction that way or further inspiration. And finally, the last link on this page will take you to D2L, the login page. And when you go there, if you're not logged in, it'll bring this up. And this might be important, or this will be important for you to view, keep up with your grades and that sort of thing. There's not much else you're going to be using the D2L website for, but it is definitely the course grade book. And there are a few quiz-related things that you're going to have to complete throughout the semester as well. And all of that will be done through D2L. So I hope this quick website tour was informative. And again, I encourage you to play around with this website and know that every time I post a new announcement at the beginning of each week, the things are going to be added to at least to the projects page, and possibly to the library as well.